And the player from Lindenwood with a good start here. He leads 2-0 in this opening game. Cajka, originally from the Czech Republic, representing one of the few scholarship programs here in college table tennis out of Lindenwood in St. Charles, Missouri. That's a beautiful inside-out forehand by Tim Wang. That's one of the reasons why he probably gets confused with the former national champion, Timothy Wang.
A tough miss off the edge of his paddle. I went for another cracking forehand, but that one didn't quite connect.
And it looks like Timothy Wang is definitely, going to stick with his game plan here early, step around on that forehand side and attack inside out.
That said, competing with his forehand, he's got a tough forehand right there on the other side from his opponent, Filip, who cracked that one cross court for the winner.
And another beautiful forehand to the open court there out wide. It looks like Tim Wang is struggling to move out to his right side there to try to defend that forehand.
A quick serve and another one off the edge of his paddle. He's got a quick attack from his Lindenwood opponent on the other side of the table. We'll see if he adjusts to that as we continue this match.
And again, it looks like Tim is, pressing off the forehand side, wanting to, get on the offensive side early. It looks like he doesn't want to exchange too much rally with Cajka.
That said, at 2-9. And now 2-10. It doesn't look like that strategy has quite worked out for him in this first one. We'll see if he can put together a run, or if not, reevaluate and come back for the second.
And you've got to think about it, too, that some of these athletes, not only are they competing in the singles and doubles, but they also have to get ready for team event later on. So I know that Filip Cajka must be really excited to get off to a great start early, first thing in the morning. Maybe, I don't want to foreshadow what's going to happen here, but, get this early win up under his belt and to kind of get, conserve some energy and get ready for the next matches, because Lindenwood, strong team here at Nationals. They've been here ever since the conception of that program that started several years back. And they're always contending for a national championship. So I know that Filip is excited to be here and be a part of that, but he's got a long road ahead just opening up here on Friday morning. He's looking to be here Sunday afternoon.
Definitely. And Lindenwood really is a shining example of one of the table tennis teams, college teams, who are doing a lot to grow the sport at their school. They offer grants for students, and that gives them the opportunity to pursue an education while playing table tennis.
Yeah, we've also, there's word that there's going to be another scholarship program in the near future here in the country out of the SCAD program in Atlanta. If you haven't looked at it, you'll have to Google SCAD out of Atlanta, Georgia. It's a performing arts institution that is incorporating athletics, and I believe they've added a table tennis program. So we look to see them in the near future as well. If you're looking to start a table tennis program at your university, please visit us on the web at www.nctta.org. You'll find all the information about the championships, about our organization, and how you might be able to start a program at your local college or university.
A soft forehand miss, long off the table.
Just looked a little unsure in that step around. Caught that forehand about mid-stroke. He didn't get the full follow through or crack on it. And that's a little bit what he wanted to do in that previous point You know, definitely targeting the backhand of Wang.
Tim Wang continues to try for that forehand serve return short to Filip's forehand corner, but he's had a strong job flipping that. I'm not sure Tim wants to get into a counter looping rally with Filip, who does seem to have the more dominant forehand out of the two.
And a great exchange there from the players as they go forehand to forehand. And a beautiful flip there by Cajka of Lindenwood. He leads 6-3 in game number 2.
And a long miss off the table from his forehand as he tries to go down the line from Filip. He had success earlier on a good forehand. Lucky break off the net. Often you'll see players apologize after points like that. That's one of the great things about table tennis. Very friendly sport.
Well, let's talk a little bit about that. It being, you know, obviously a game of champions and sportsmen, and, you know, it's a friendly sport, but I think there's debate about the net ball. Some people apologize, they throw their hand up just as a courtesy, and some people, I heard a young lady say last night, she was just like, don't apologize, it's a part of the game.
Yeah, I recognize that it is something that happens, and players who are hitting the net and trickling balls over are often aiming lower, and that's something that should be strived for as a table tennis player. That said, I do enjoy how even on the professional level, you'll see athletes stick a finger up and acknowledge that they caught a little bit of a lucky break on a point.
Bring like a chair over, or we can put some weights on now.
And that's exactly what you feel. What's competition without a little bit of luck? I mean, it's a part of the drama of a match that, you know, something happens, right? We've seen football field goal kickers, you know, you get one up in the air and it hits the upright post and it either doinks in or doinks out, but if it doinks in, that's nothing but luck. There's no way that you could practice that. I don't imagine there's any kind of real spin that you're putting on a football to give an idea if it's going to go in or out of the goalpost. So, you know, that's, you know, net ball is just, hey, it's luck. It happens. I don't think anyone practices consistently hitting a net ball.
Although it would be interesting to see a player work on that shot. Who knows, maybe in the coming years we'll see someone break that out.
Well, let's talk a little bit about that, and I'm fortunate enough to have with us, joining us later on, is going to be Barney Reed, and maybe he can share a little bit more light on, you know, the underspin ball percentages of hitting the net and going in versus the top spin ball percentages going in, dead ball. You know, how is that going to go into your game? Does someone who hits a lot of consistent topspin have a better chance of getting an edge, a net ball, versus someone who plays primarily a more of a flat game?
In my personal experience, I've found that PIPS players who end up with a lot of no spin or knuckleballs will get those lucky trickles over the net.
And here we are in game number 3, Tim Wang to serve.
And Filip takes the ball off his edge of the paddle on the forehand attack. He looked a little unsure, just a bit of hesitation in his arm as he went to swing. And a second one off the net. Not quite as smooth as he looked in the first two, but it's still early, and there's plenty of time left for him to bounce back.
And if you're hearing any noises in the background other than competition, we apologize. There's definitely some more setup happening at this championships as we're getting ready to put on an amazing event this weekend. So there's some more setup and things happening in the backdrop that you might be picking up on. But it's just really to get us in a great position for an exciting semifinals and finals that will be taking place later on tomorrow and Sunday afternoon. Tim Wang off to a great start here in game number 3 as he leads 4-2. Cajka goes to the towel he's got to be thinking a little bit about he doesn't want to allow this player to get back in the match. He had a great start in games 1 and number 2, and he probably wants to close him out here in game 3.
Exactly. Like Joe mentioned earlier, there is a lot to this tournament. It's a grueling 3-day event between teams, singles, and doubles. And players don't want to overexert themselves in an early round match and end up tired in a later round.
And that was a beautiful soft top there from Tim Wang of Texas. He had to roll that ball up there, and Cajka just couldn't control it to keep it down at all.
And a second forehand attack off the net from Cajka off the table. And there you saw him reaching for that forehand block as opposed to his forehand loop he used so consistently in the first 2 games. I wonder if he's feeling a little pressure after a few errors.
And again, we just see Tim Wang just kind of like really relaxed to go out and get that forehand recovery. He's just kind of sitting back on his heels a little bit. It's not something you'd expect to see with somebody with a lead here in game number 3, and he has to win this game or he's down in this opening men's singles round robin.
Tim right now is doing a very good job of staying controlled and balanced on his feet despite that powerful forehand attack on the other side of the table.
And again, Cajka goes out wide to the forehand, knowing that Tim Wang has not had a lot of success moving to his right, and he has not really had any kind of rallies with him forehand to forehand yet in this match.
There's a cracking forehand loop down the line from Filip. That looked more like his loops did earlier in the first 2 games, and we'll see if he can make a push to catch back up and close out this 3rd game.
And that's a beautiful misdirected forehand there by Cajka. It looks like he was going to open up the court head. He waited for his opponent to move, and he went right down the line to the open court. That's not where he's seen a lot of success at in this match. He's usually gone out to the right, but that time he took it behind Wang,
who just missed a tough serve there at 9-7 in the 3rd game, down 2. Not one you want to miss. Although he did bounce right back there with a very, very heavy, little high but spinny forehand loop.
And a much needed game here from the player from UT Austin. But it's not over yet, folks. Cajka of Lindenwood serves 9-10 in game number 3. And just like that, Cajka is back in this match. It's deuced at 10-all in game number 3.
Notice that Tim continues to opt for that forehand short return to the other side. And that allows that flip from his opponent, Filip, who's got such a powerful attack.
Wow, an amazing flip, and then he followed it up with a beautiful forehand out wide. We saw something similar happen in that opening match where Charles Dang was down 10-8 in a game versus Massan Amadouid of Liberty, and he fought his way back to win that and deuce.